Practice with real 2026 TOEFL questions created with guidance from the exam makers themselves. That's exactly what I'm going to help you with. Hi there, I'm Elizabeth with Study.com. We're the official TOEFL test prep partner, which means our test prep mirrors the real TOEFL test experience. Everything you'll see today is designed to help you practice exactly the way you'll perform on test day. Today, we'll walk through the new 2026 listening section together, focusing specifically on the listen and reply section. Let's get started. The TOEFL listening section in the 2026 test is now adaptive and more tailored to how you actually use English. The listen and reply section focuses on everyday communication and how well you can respond to real-life situations. You'll hear a short statement or question, and your job is to choose the most logical response. The good news, you don't need any background knowledge. Everything you need to answer correctly is included in the audio. Even though the clips are short, they test several important listening skills. You'll be showing that you understand common daily expressions and can tell the difference between yes/no questions and WH questions, like who, what, when, where, and why. You'll also need to recognize whether the speaker is asking a literal question, making a request, or offering a suggestion. These questions are quick and focused, but they're designed to see if your response actually fits the situation. At the end of the day, the test simply wants to know whether you can listen carefully and reply the way someone would in everyday life. Now let's talk about what actually happens when you see a listen and reply task on test day. The process is quick, simple, and very predictable. You'll start by seeing a short prompt on the screen letting you know that you're about to hear a brief statement or question. Once the audio begins, it plays automatically. You'll hear a short clip, often just one sentence, where a speaker asks a question, makes a request, or offers a suggestion. The audio only plays once, so you'll want to listen carefully the first time. When the audio ends, you'll immediately see a set of answer choices. Your task is to select the response that makes the most sense based on what you heard. The options are designed to test whether you understood the speaker's intent, such as whether they were asking a yes or no question, a WH question, or expecting a specific type of reply. You'll choose one answer and move on. You can't go back once you submit your response. In the end, success in this section comes down to listening closely and choosing the response that fits naturally, exactly the way you would in a real conversation. Let's try the listen and reply section together. You'll hear a short question or statement and then answer multiple choice questions about it. Ready? Let's begin. Here's the first example.
Do you use your phone to check the weather?
Pause here and choose your answer before we review it together. The correct answer is A. Yes, I check it every morning. It's correct because it clearly says yes and adds a natural detail about how often the phone is used. The other choices talk about the weather or phones in general, but they don't really answer the question. Here's the second example.
How do you usually edit your photos?
Take a moment to pick your answer, and then we'll go over it together. The correct answer is A. I use apps like Photoshop or Lightroom. It directly explains how the photos are edited and gives a specific, realistic example. The other options mention related ideas, but they don't actually answer the question about editing. Nice work! Now that you've seen a couple of examples, let's step back and talk about the key mindset that makes this section much easier. This is where active listening really matters because, unlike most parts of the exam, you have to apply your strategy in real time. You only hear the audio once, and there's no pause to think it over later. That means your listening strategy and your answering strategy happen at the exact same moment. When the audio begins, your very first job is to decide what you're hearing. Is the speaker asking a question, or are they making a statement? That single decision shapes everything that comes next. If it's a statement, your focus shifts to meaning. Many speakers use informal conversational language, So you'll want to quickly translate what they mean, not just what they say. Once you understand the message, the wrong answers often eliminate themselves because they don't logically respond to what was said. If it is a question, the strategy adjusts slightly. Start by listening for whether the speaker expects a yes or no response or something more specific. From there, listen for purpose. Are they genuinely asking for information, making a polite request, offering a suggestion, or checking for confirmation? Those clues are often hidden in pitch, tone, and phrasing, exactly the same signals you rely on in real conversations. Here's the mindset shift that makes this section click. You're not solving a puzzle, you're responding to a person. Once you understand the speaker's intention, the correct answer usually sounds right. The best choice directly fits the situation, while the others feel awkward, incomplete, or slightly off. So as you keep practicing, focus on what the speaker is doing, not just what they're saying. And that's exactly how the TOEFL test wants you to handle this task. Study.com is an official TOEFL test prep partner, so our practice is designed to mirror the structure, leveling, and skills measured on the updated 2026 TOEFL test. Your personalized AI tutor builds a study plan that adapts as you improve, giving you more support where you need it, whether that's listening, reading, speaking, or writing. And when you practice in a format that feels like test day, you build the strategy, pacing, and confidence you'll use on the real exam. If you want to try it out, click the link in the description below. Sign up, you'll get access to a full-length practice test, plus ongoing guided drills. If you found this video useful, share it with a friend who's preparing for the TOEFL. And don't forget to subscribe. Click that bell for updates and hit like if you want more free TOEFL practice sets. Good luck with your prep, and remember, consistency plus smart practice equals TOEFL success. See you in the next video.